Hello and welcome back to Picks and Parlays. My name is Nicholas Earl. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and this is Game Time Decision. No Lenny today. I believe he'll be back tomorrow when we talk a little bit of Super Bowl action, but we still got your regularly scheduled programming here. We were off yesterday. It was our mom's birthday, so we didn't do anything. But before we get into the NHL injury report and the NBA injury report, we'll talk about the sponsor real quick of this stream. BetMGM. Let me get the overlay. There we go. BetMGM. If you guys use the link in the description below, you can get a risk-free bet up to $1,000. And if you put $10 on the Super Bowl, whether that's on the Rams, whether it's on the Bengals, whether it's on the over, whether it's on the under, if there's a touchdown scored in that game, you guys get $200 of bonus cash. So it's a nice little promo we have going over there for the Super Bowl with our sponsor, BetMGM, here at Picks and Parlays. But let's get into, I'm trying to move the microphones over. There we go. Now it's good. There we go. All right. But we will start with the NBA here. We have a decent NBA slate. Obviously, Tim, we have a few things we have to talk about beforehand, so I'll let you take the floor here. Go ahead with your NBA.
Oh, yeah. Today decided to be the day that there was probably the biggest trade that we're going to see all year. And that is the trade of James Harden and Ben Simmons. The one that we kind of expected to see for a while. Well, not really expected because there was actually some doubts with this one, but biggest trade of the year. James Harden is going to the Philadelphia 76ers, Simmons to the Nets. Along in that deal, there was Seth Curry and Andre Drummond along with 2 picks. And then the Sixers received Ben Simmons and who else going with them? I don't have that. I can't find that information, but where did that go? I remember just seeing it. I don't remember. Wow, where did it go? Ben Simmons might not be done. Ben Simmons, yes. Oh, here it is. Andre Drummond and 2 first-round draft picks. James Harden and Paul Millsap go to the Brooklyn Nets. To the 76ers. So definitely some interesting things there. Honestly, if I was, I feel like the Nets won that trade. And the only reason why I say that is Sixers are losing Andre Drummond, their backup center, which that's kind of rough for them. And they're losing Seth Curry, which was one of their really Seth, S-E-T-H, Seth. No, other Curry is still in Golden State. So that was kind of one of the big trades that went down today. I'm honestly
thinking, Steph Curry ain't going anywhere.
No. It's one of those spots where I think this is a better trade for the Nets than it is for the Sixers, just because of depth pieces. Also today, the Celtics are acquiring Derek White in a trade from the Spurs in exchange for Romeo Langford and Josh Richardson, along with a top 4 prospect in the 2022 draft. Let's see what else happened. Pacers are finalizing a trade to send Torrey Craig to the Phoenix Suns for Jalen Smith and a future second-round pick, which is interesting to see. Lakers, they have a deal that they're trying to get across. I don't think it's done yet. I don't think it got done. That they were trying to trade John Wall for Westbrook. I don't think that happened. Charlotte acquiring Montrezl Harrell and Vernon Carey Jr. and Ish Smith from the Wizards. Dallas making a move. They're traded off Kristaps Porzingis and the second-round pick to Washington in exchange for Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. I really like that trade for Dallas. Porzingis hasn't really been doing much this year. And then the Rockets are trading Daniel Tice back to the Celtics. Celtics sent Dennis Schroeder to the Rockets. So those are kind of the big deals that happened today. Also, the Orlando Magic are receiving PJ Dozier as well. That was from the Nuggets in exchange for money and stuff. So a couple of not really any other big deals today, but that James Harden one was definitely the centerpiece for today's slate. In terms of injuries for today's games, we'll go ahead and start looking into that. We'll start off with the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Detroit Pistons. No Cade Cunningham for the Pistons still. Trey Lyles is also questionable for Pittsburgh. I didn't touch this game. It's an 11.5-point spread. Not really too interested in this one. I have 3 plays on today's slate. This is not one of the games I have in it. Brooklyn and Washington. This is going to be one of the games that I want to stay away from. This one opened up at a 3-point spread where Washington was favored. Now it's pretty close to a pick'em. These teams have been struggling. No James Harden, no Kevin Durant, no Dinwiddie, no LaMarcus Aldridge, Montrezl Harrell, no Claxton, no Harris, no Hollett. There's a lot of players out and traded and stuff. I'm not bothering with this game. This one was another one of those that, honestly, it'll probably be a blowout tonight. I don't know who's going to win, but it's probably going to be a blowout tonight. I'm not interested in that game either. Teams that haven't made any moves is the Miami Heat, even though they're number 1 in the East. They'll be facing off against the Pelicans tonight. No real significant injuries. Tyler Herro, questionable. Downgraded to probable. So we'll see with that one. Other than that, everybody else that is normally playing should be playing in that one. This is another game that I did not have any plays in. I think one of the bigger injuries of today will come into this next game. Toronto is at Houston. No Fred VanVleet for the Toronto Raptors. He's been ruled out of today's game with left groin soreness. Other than that, everybody else in this game is good to go. I would take it for Toronto minus 8.5. They're around a 7-point favorite. I would still bet them. I still think they win by 15 plus. This Rockets team is not good. So I'm not really as worried with that one. The Clippers are against the Mavericks today. Obviously, no Kristaps Porzingis for the Mavericks. He just got traded. No Serge Ibaka or Hardaway for their respective teams as well. I'm on the Clippers. I got this one at a 7. It's down to a 6.5 on some books. So I do like the Clippers. I got them at +7 in this matchup, though. A little bit of a line switch there. 2 games left. The Milwaukee Bucks are in Phoenix as a NBA Finals rematch. Looking at injuries, there isn't really anything significant. Anybody who has been playing is going to play. Anybody who has been out is going to remain out. This line did start up at a 4.5. I got it at Milwaukee at +4. They're down to a 3-point favorite. I like Milwaukee to take care of business in today's game. They've been playing really good ball lately. I mean, so have the Phoenix Suns. They're 16-2 in the year of 2022. But I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks to take care of business against Phoenix. Final game of the night, you get the New York Knicks and the Golden State Warriors. No RJ Barrett for the Warriors. For the Wizards. Knicks. For the Knicks. Draymond still remains out. Rose still remains out. Robinson's questionable. Other than that, everybody else should be good to go in this game. That is the complete NBA injury report, trade deadline deals, all that stuff going down. We'll go back to Nick, and we'll see what's going on in the world of hockey.
Yeah, we're getting a nice little slate here for the NHL tonight. So no trade deadline yet for the NHL. That'll be in, I want to say, a little over a month. But we do have a nice little slate here. Let me get my injury reports up here on RotoWire, and then we're going to get right into it here. Washington Capitals are at the Montreal Canadiens. Ilya Samsonov confirmed for these Capitals. Caden Primo expected. Still no Mantha, no Vanacek, no Oshie for the Washington Capitals. The biggest piece of news here, though, no Alex Ovechkin. He's not allowed to travel over the border with a positive COVID test within the last 10 days. On the other side here, Montreal, really the biggest piece of news here, they're all the same guys that have been out for a while. Drouin, Dvorak, Allen, Savard, all the same guys. The biggest thing here in this game, though, is yesterday the Montreal Canadiens fired their head coach, Dominic Ducharme, and they hired Martin St. Louis. It's going to be interesting to see how they how the Montreal Canadiens respond to this. It's still the Montreal Canadiens, though. St. Louis is not going to help them stop pucks. He's not going to help their decor play better defense. He's only a head coach. I think it only goes so far. And I saw a funny meme today where they're like, I think the Montreal Canadiens are the only team where their head coach is probably the most talented player on the roster. Martin St. Louis, definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer when it comes down to him being a player. For me, Washington team total over in this spot. Here. Oh boy, this is probably was going to be one of the more interesting games of the night, and I still think it could be. Teuvo Teravainen's question. Oh, my bad. Goalies Linus Omar confirmed, and so is Frederick Anderson. Teuvo Teravainen is day-to-day right now. I expect him to potentially play. Jesperi Kotkaniemi remains out. On the other side, with a head injury, Patrice Bergeron's out. Now, we don't know if it's going to be for a game or two, a week or two. We don't know how long he's going to be out. And that's a huge loss here. But so is this other guy here that just got suspended 6 games for being a freaking idiot last game after the game was already really settled with Brad Marchand, the rat, being the rat he is, punching Yari in the head and then high-sticking him to just an absolute idiot of what he did at the end of that game. Suspended 6 games. I think that's going to severely negatively impact this Boston Bruins team. And we get an angry Hurricanes team that is coming into this game losing back-to-back games against the Senators and the Leafs. I expect them to show up tonight. I like the team total over here for the Carolina Hurricanes. Next matchup here, Pittsburgh Penguins and the Ottawa Senators here. Casey DeSmith in net, not Yari tonight. Keep that in mind. Matt Murray on the other side, confirmed playing for the first time against his former team. For the Pittsburgh Penguins, no Teddy Bluger, no Dan O'Connor, no Jason Zucker still, and still no Evgeny Malkin. On the other side, Josh Norris is out, Colin White's out, and Drake Batherson still out. But this Ottawa team, when we look at them there, you see the 16-22 record. That's a complete lie. That record lies of how good this team truly is. I think next year they're a playoff contender. This year, unfortunately, COVID hit them really hard. I think they were a very live underdog in this game. I took their team total over 2.5. Next matchup here, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Buffalo Sabres.
Stop it. Get some help.
Two teams
Sabres for the cup.
2 teams tonight that are playing for exercise. We have Elvis Merzlikins confirmed in net and Justin Tokarski confirmed in net here. Patrick Laine is a game-time decision. I believe he's going to play tonight. Undisclosed injury. They're still without Jake Bean. They're still without Alexander Texier. On the other side, Middlestat still remains out, as well as Will Butcher, Daniel Cagliata, Vinny Hanestroza, Colin Miller, Jack Quinn. And they have Dustin Tokarski, who's playing, I think, his second game in 3 months. I don't trust Tokarski. I don't trust the Sabres. And this is a Columbus team that I think is going to put up a little bit more fight here. Give me the over in this game, and give me Columbus' team total over. Next matchup here, the New Jersey Devils and the St. Louis Blues. For the Devils here, John Gillies expected in net. Jordan Binnington confirmed in net. We have the New Jersey Devils still without Bernier and Blackwood, their top 2 goalies. They're without Jack Hughes. They're without Dougie Hamilton. And this Blues team is 100% healthy. The only thing that's a real question mark in this game is what they're going to look like after 12 days of rest. I think New Jersey's the play in this one. I think New Jersey in the over. New Jersey team total over and full game over as well for me. Next, potentially our Stanley Cup matchup. I would not be surprised if we saw these 2 teams playing for the Cup later in the season. Tampa Bay Lightning and Colorado Avalanche. Andrei Vasilevsky most likely in net. Darcy Kemper confirmed in net. The Tampa Bay Lightning will be without Zach Bogosian and Eric Zernak. The Colorado Avalanche will be without Alex Newhook, or Alex Newhook is questionable, so is Bowen Byram. But the biggest one here is they're still without Nathan McKinnon. And McKinnon is going to be out until Sunday, most likely. It's going to be his return. I think the Avalanche take care of business in this one. They haven't played in a little bit. Since the break, neither of these two teams have played since, I believe, I want to say the first. And what's been sitting in Colorado's head all All-Star break long? We lost to the Yotes. We lost to the Yotes. We lost to the Yotes. I expect them to come out ready to play tonight. Colorado Avalanche, team total over 3.5, full game over 6. Final matchup here, we get the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Calgary Flames. Jack Campbell, Daniel Vidar are the expected goalies. Neither are confirmed. The Toronto Maple Leafs will be without Wayne Simmons. They are getting Jason Spezza. Or no, it was Jason Spezza's been in the lineup. There was why don't I remember the defenseman's name here? Muzzin. They're getting Jake Muzzin back. That's what it was. And the Calgary Flames are still without Daniel Vidar. Here's the way to approach this game. I'm taking the Toronto Maple Leafs team total over 3.5. When or if the Calgary Flames lose tonight, tomorrow morning, I'm going to take the Calgary Flames to win the Pacific Division around plus 175, plus 180. That's how I'm going to approach this game. I think the Flames are the play to win the Pacific Division, but this is a terrible situational spot for them here tonight against a Leafs team that's been playing really well lately. Give me the Leafs to close out the slate here. Team total over the 3.5 against the Calgary Flames. But we'll bring back in Tim here to talk to the chat, and then we'll head on out.
Yep. Suppness. Woodie.
Francisco gave the thumbs up. Appreciate it. What do you think about the team total over?
Yes. I like that. No, I did not say Curry. I said his brother, but we already said that one.
Harden's been running away from every NBA team he's been on.
Harden was in a very crappy situation with a teammate that did not want to get vaccinated and did not want to play home games. They weren't going to win with just him, and then Durant got injured, so he figured there's no shot that they have this year, and he wants to win a ring now. So I feel like Philadelphia is going to be the best spot for him. I think him and Embiid will be the next Jokic and Murray from a couple years ago.
I saw comparisons to Kobe and Shaq.
That could be another option too, because I feel like this will only help out Joel Embiid's case for MVP. Yup. Nope. Everybody's now commenting on the Woodie. Yes, we're all over the Bengals on Super Bowl.
Taking the Bengals points, yeah. Woodie. Canes? I think he meant to say Canes, yeah. Canes money line, I like it. I like their team total. Leafs, yes. Avalanche, yes. Blues, no. Purdue, Arizona, we didn't and Utah Valley, we didn't handicap sides.
Well, we'll never talk you off of Arizona.
Yeah, I have a ticket 14-1 for Arizona to win the national championship, so I won't talk you off of that. But that is everything for Game Time Decision. We want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out the sponsor, BetMGM. When you use the link in the description, your first bet up to $1,000 risk-free. And then if you put $10 on the Super Bowl and any touchdown is scored in that game, you can get $200 in bonus play.
And then make sure guys check out the EarlSportsBets.com website. 7-day package, $49 if you use the code BOWL, B-O-W at checkout, B-O-W-L at checkout, 20% off. So 7-day pass for $40, or if you just want the single day stuff, we have our best bet, single best bet up for $25, or our 9-pack up for $35. I believe the 9-pack starts at 7 or 7:30, and then the best bet starts at 7. So if you guys want that, I recommend going over to the EarlSportsBets.com website. Link in the description below, and go ahead and check that out.
All right, but that's going to just about do it for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and good luck, unless you're against us.